Okay, good morning. I'm trying to get this adjusted. Okay, so good morning. Today we're going to be working on this page here for your homework. So if you could please find this page and write your name up here. When you find it, I'm going to write my name. Okay, and then write today's date here, whatever the date is. Write it down. Okay, as we're doing this, you're going to find that sometimes I go a little fast. And if I do, you just pause the video, okay? Whenever you need to, you pause the video. Okay, so today we're doing ELA Literacy RF 1.3b, which is decode regularly spelled one syllable words, which means that all of these words have the sound they're supposed to have, okay? There's no like strange sounds that don't make sense. All the sounds have the sounds they're supposed to have, all these words, and they're only one syllable. So let's see, it says find the missing letter, write the word on the lines neatly. Okay, so here's the rule. K, if you hear a k at the beginning of a word and it's followed by a I or an I sound, or it's followed by a e or a e sound, it should start with K. If you hear a k at the beginning of the word and it's followed by an a or an a sound, or an o or a ah sound, or a or a u sound, that means it starts with a C. So here it goes. Here's the poem. K takes I N E. C takes the other three. Okay? So here are the vowels. A, E, I, O, U are the vowels, right? So K takes I N E. C takes the other three. Got it? Okay. So this is obviously the word cut. You hear the k at the beginning. But what follows the k? What letter follows it? Okay, so should this word cut begin with a K or with a C? Yeah, it should begin with a C because C takes the other three, and this is one of the three, the U. So we're going to write a C here, and then right here you're going to write the word cut. K, a, t. Go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we're going to move on to this word. This is obviously a key. Can you say key? Okay. So say K takes I and E. C takes the other three. So after the K sound, there's a E sound, right? E. So should this word begin with a K or should it begin with a C? It should begin with a K because K takes I and E right there. So there's the E. I'm going to write the K here. And then we're going to write the word key right here. So key is a tall letter. K is a tall letter. So it starts at the top and goes down. Is top to down. And then in the middle line, the broken line, you write that. Broken line. All right. Go ahead. Write it down. Okay. Now we ready to move on to the next one? Okay. This is obviously a crown. And here's the word round. It's missing the k sound. Crown. So let's look at the poem. K takes I and E. C takes the other three. So does crown begin with a k or I mean with a K or with a C? Uh-oh, I know what you're thinking. Look at that. There's an R next to it. There's no R here. The R is not a vowel. So whenever there's another consonant next to it, it's got to be C. Okay? K only takes I and E. All the others have to be with a C. So let's put a C here for crown. Okay, go ahead and write that down. Okay. Okay. If you finish writing down crown, we're going to move on. If you haven't finished, just pause the video so you can finish it, okay? All right, here we go. This is ketchup. Can you say ketchup? Ketchup begins with a K, but let's figure out which one it begins with. Say K takes I and E. C takes the other three. Okay, so K, eh. It's followed by an eh. So should it be start with a K or should it start with a C? Yeah, it starts with a K because there's K takes I and E. E. So let's put K here. Oops, I ran out of space for the P. I should have started the K closer to the beginning because I ran out of space. Okay, now we're going to do this word. This is cloud. Can you say cloud? Okay, k, loud. Starts with a K, right? So let's do the poem. K takes I and E. C takes the other three. Okay, so where should this begin with a K or with a C? Well, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking there's no vowel next to it, right? There's a L, which is a consonant. Consonants are not here. These are only vowels. So whenever there's a consonant next to it, it starts with a C, okay? So remember like crown, there's a consonant next to it. Whenever there's a consonant next to it, you start with a C. Go ahead and write it down. Okay, let's go to this one right here. This is the word kid, right? K-I-D, kid. Let's look at the poem. K takes I and E. C takes the other three. So, should kid begin with a K or with a C? Yeah, it has to begin with a K, right? Because C and I together make a S sound, like a S sound. S. So it would be Sid. But with the K, it's kid. So let's write the K, and then the I, and then the D. Okay, these three I'm not going to write down. You're going to write them down without me, okay? I am not writing these down. You will have to do it. So let's look at this one. This is cookie. Can you say cookie? Okay, let's look at the poem. Repeat after me. K takes I and E. C takes the other three. Okay, so this one has a O right after the K, an O. So should it begin with a K or should it begin with a C? Yeah, it should begin with a C, right? There should be a C here. And you should write cookies right there with a C. So can you do that? Can you write the word cookie right here and make sure it starts with a C? Okay. Next is the word kind. Kind. Okay. So let's take the kind. K takes I and E. C takes the other three. K, Eind. So look at what the letter comes next after the K is an I sound. So should it start with a K or should it start with a C? Yeah, it should start with a K, right? Because K takes I and E, I. So this has a I following the K. So this should be with a K. So write down kind with a K. Okay, the last word here is coffee. Can you say coffee? So k a fee. K a fee. So which k is it? Is it K or is it C? Well, look at the next letter. The next letter is an O. So say K takes I and E. C takes the other three. So I and E, and here's the other three. Which one? Yeah, it should be a C, right? Because there's the O, so it should be a C. So go ahead and write coffee here with a C. Okay, my tinies, what were we learning today? Yep, we were learning today to write the words that begin with a K and the words that begin with a C. Okay, here we go. Good job. I'm going to turn off this video and you can,